Hey guys, welcome to Gadgets 360. My name is Pranay and in this video we are going to be telling you about the best phones under 10,000 rupees as of November 2020. Now all of you must be aware that prices are fluctuating quite a bit for various smartphones. The phones that you could get under 10,000 rupees this time last year, now they are available at around 12,000 rupees or so. So in case you're in the market for a phone under 10,000 rupees, you may have to temper your expectations just a little bit compared to last year, but you still get some fairly decent options in this price range, and we've picked out the best new phones in this price range that you can get right now. Now I'm sure you guys are aware of some older devices that are available in this price range, so you can let me know via the comments which of these old phones we should consider, which ones you would like to buy. And for all other things, well, this video is there. You'll be able to pick out the best phones under 10,000 rupees if you stay with me right till the end. So before watching this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so that you get notified when we publish new videos. And as always, if you like our work, be sure to hit the thumbs up button and share this video with your friends. The Moto E7 Plus is the first phone in our list of best phones under 10,000 rupees as of November 2020. Now this smartphone has a capable processor which is the Snapdragon 460 that performs well for day-to-day tasks and for casual gaming. It also has good battery life thanks to a 5000 mAh battery that's in the smartphone. But unfortunately, it has relatively slow charging with a 10-watt charger that takes over 2 hours to charge the device completely and a micro USB port which is a bit dated in the age of USB Type-C. In our review, we also praised the solid build quality of the Moto E7 Plus and the clean, near-stock Android UI, which is not very common at this price level. The cameras are decent for this price point, but unfortunately, there's no video stabilization on this smartphone. The next phone on this list is the Realme Narzo 10A. Now this phone can be seen as a replacement to the Realme C3 because the two smartphones share a lot of hardware. With the Narzo 10A you get a 6.5-inch HD Plus display, and apart from that you get very good performance thanks to the MediaTek Helio G70 processor that's in the smartphone. With a starting price of 9,000 rupees, this phone does offer excellent value for money. Now when it comes to the cons of this device, we weren't too happy with the low light camera performance of this smartphone, and apart from that we found too many spammy notifications and a lot of preloaded bloatware on this device. In case you're looking for a smartphone with a Full HD Plus display under 10,000 rupees, the Redmi 9 Prime could be a solid option. Now in our review we've praised the fact that its performance is quite decent for the price thanks to the MediaTek Helio G80 processor on this smartphone and the fact that it has really good battery life. However, it's important to mention that the supplied 10-watt charger is rather slow to charge this device. While the base variant of this device does fall in our budget, there is also a variant with 128GB of storage that's slightly above this price point. In our review, we've said that the camera performance of this device is rather average, and the Redmi 9 Prime runs MIUI 11 on top of Android 10, and that comes with a fair amount of bloatware and ads. The Redmi 9 is the successor to the Redmi 8, but it's not an upgrade in every possible way. The Redmi 9 switches back to a micro USB port, which is quite surprising since the Redmi 8 had a USB Type-C port. This smartphone has a 6.53-inch HD Plus display that's decent enough for the price point, but it has a MediaTek Helio G35 processor, which may not be good enough for heavy gaming. In our review, we praised the build quality of the Redmi 9 along with the solid battery life it offers thanks to the 5000 mAh battery, but at the same time we should mention that there is a 10-watt charger in the box which is rather slow to charge this device. In our Redmi 9 review, we have said that the camera performance was quite mediocre, there's a lot of bloatware and spam in MIUI, and the Android experience itself is quite laggy on this device. The final two smartphones on our list are Realme C12 and C15. Now both these smartphones have 6.5-inch HD Plus displays, and they are both powered by the MediaTek Helio G35 processor just like the Redmi 9. Now in our review, we praised the build quality of these devices and we've said that the battery life is really good on both of them. However, both devices are a bit too big and heavy and that may not appeal to quite a few people, and the performance is not that great for the price point. We've also said that the cameras could be better, and for the Realme C15, the higher variant does not offer great value. So that was our list of the best phones under 10,000 rupees. Which one of these are you going to buy? Which is your favorite, and if there's any smartphone that I've missed in this video, please let me know via the comment section. And for all things tech, be sure to check out gadgets360.com.